Hello, everybody. Welcome to Drive-Thru. I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live here on Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour, give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. That's what we do here on the Drive-Thru, Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time is deliver live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and at Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who's on the show here for today. All right, with us today, we've got Jovan. With us is Goran. We've got Zawacki, Ninos, and Brian Bitler. And here's how they'll line up for this evening. It'll be Ninos, Bertz, Bitler, Zawacki, Kukar, and then I will close at this one. Of course, if you haven't noticed, I'm flying solo. Chris now moves to the morning show. So let's go ahead. Let's get the drive-thru started here for our Friday. Good action on the board tonight. Let's bring him in. We'll start off with Ninos. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs, where he's doing great work in the NHL this season. He's at the top of the leaderboard. So let's bring him in right now. Al, what's happening?
Going pretty good here. How are you?
Doing great. All right, here we go with your game for tonight. At 9:38 Eastern Time features the Angels here to host the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays are road favorites, total of 8.
Yeah, you said quite a bit of good action today, and this could very well be one of the two games of the night in the MLB at least. And two very good lineups here going at it. Two pitchers have pitched very well this season, but I think that Alek Manoah is the better pitcher and the more experienced starter as well. So I think he gives them a big edge in this matchup and helps his team get the win here. You could also look at the Blue Jays in the first 5 innings, but the fact that he might go deeper into this game too might want you to make you look at the full game better too. So I'll take the Blue Jays here, full game money line.
All right, full game money line here from El Ninos in this one here, Angels and Blue Jays. Yeah, you're looking here at a situation here, El, when you're looking at the Angels. They've been a little bit of a struggle here. They've lost 6 of their past 9. They lose the opener of their series, and when you kind of look at their troubles here, it's kind of been a bullpen that has been kind of hot and cold, or I should say cold and hot. A cold start, then they got better, and now they've gotten into a little bit of a swoon here as their ERA is near 5 over the past 10 games.
Yeah, it's not like the Blue Jays have the best lineup in the the best bullpen in the league either, but that's where it gets a little trickier, I guess, and we'll have to. But I think we'll get enough of a cushion with Manoah here, and you could actually put half your bet on the first 5 innings if you don't want to worry about the bullpens. But as you said, it's not like the Angels bullpen has been too sharp either, so I don't mind the Blue Jays full game at all here.
Yeah, this Chilseth, young pitcher, is getting his first start here. Or, not his first start. He's making his. Looks like let's see how many starts he has under him. I think he has. Let's see the numbers
2,
here.
I think, yeah.
2 starts, right? He has 2 starts here. He's gone 6 innings against Oakland, gave him a 1 hit, and then he faced Oakland again at home and got pounded. So they got a second look at him and they pounded him here. So 2 starts here, 10 1/3 innings. Of course, the last start at home, he gives up 3 earned runs, 2 homers, and 4 1/3 innings.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, he looked great in that first start, but again, it didn't take long for Oakland to adjust and see him much better in their second go at him. He's facing a much tougher lineup here than the Athletics as well, so this might be his big league welcome.
All right, here we go. Al on the Blue Jays, minus 120 against the Angels. This one will have a start time of 9:38 Eastern Time over on MLB Extra News Channel. All right, Al, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs. We've been on fire here in NHL. 3,174 units of profit. That is all documented. You can verify that when you go to Pick Dogs. Go down to Pick History. You can see every play that Al's put up there. Looks like he's won, he's been on fire. He's won 6 of his past 7 premiums when you look at his pick history. So he's been on fire right now, showing good profit as well in MLB, 480 units of profit. All right, now we've got a good baseball card, 14 games on the board here from MLB. We got an NBA, NHL. What do you have going on over the site?
Got my 3-pack with my best bet in each sport. 3-pack in the MLB if you're just into that. But of course, your best bet is always getting one of the long-term or 2-for-1 capper specials.
That's right, guys. Again, I'm over with Ninos over at Pick Dogs Premium. You see the numbers have been fantastic here. Approaching 3,200 units of profit in the NHL. Approaching 500 units of profit in MLB. He put together his alphabets. He takes his best bet from MLB, NHL, NBA, puts them together in a 3-pack. Affordable pricing there, just $40. He does have individual plays for sale as well, but again, the long-term pass is a good way to go. Here on the weekend, I always like to look at that 3-day pass. You get all of Al's plays for 3 days. His premiums, all his premiums is NBA, MLB, NHL. Those premium plays there for 3 days. You can add a second capper with a 2-point cap promotion, even greater value. And also you can take those winnings on Monday and look to go long-term with Al because he offers up to a 1-month all-sports pass, or you get into seasonal passes because Al has the remainder of NHL up there and the remainder of the MLB at affordable pricing there. All right, Al, as always, great having your show. Continue the success. We'll talk with you next week. But I know you also contribute to the weekend shows.
Yeah, that's right. Should be on. Not sure about tomorrow, but definitely should be on Sunday. But either way, check it out. Saturday, Sunday. It was 10 a.m. last week. Could be 9 a.m. now. I'm not sure. We'll have to double check that and get back to you guys.
All right, check it out.
But yeah, get your notifications on so you know when it starts.
Yeah, notifications on. Set those notifications, guys. Subscribe, notify. Those notifications will let you know when they go live on the show so you get the best number. It looks like 10 a.m. Eastern time has been the show. We'll check it with Brian when he comes on in one of the next segments. But give it up, Al. Give those good numbers up, and we'll talk with you again next week.
All right, thanks, Tony. Have a good one.
Got Al Ninos here on the Drive-Thru. Let's continue on with the coverage. Next up, we have Jovan Birch. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs. He's putting up some really good numbers in the NBA this season. Let's see if we can bring in Jovan right now. Jovan Birch next up. Let's get him in here right now. Jovan, what's happening?
Nothing much over here. You know, weather's nice. You know, enjoyed the weather. So, you know, what's going on with you?
It's going great. It's going great. Weather's been nice here for the most part. You know, in Southern California, you really can't complain. But there's some good action here this weekend. We're going out west here for this one, AL West battle between the Athletics hosting the Rangers. Texas $1.25, total of 7.
Yeah, and I'm on the A's in this one now. You know, for me, this is real simple. I'm just going with what I perceive as the better pitcher, Cole Irvin. You know, he's 1-1 with a 2.12 ERA. You know, a lot of his games been staying under the total, and the reason why is because he's been, you know, pitching well. You know, against the Texas Rangers, you know, his last start on April 24th against them, he went 5 strong, 1 hit, no runs, got the win. You know, John Gray, on the other hand, he has been pitching good. I'll give him that, you know, lately. But I just feel that, you know, with his total body of work this season, you know, 5+ ERA, you know, just going with the better pitcher in this one. And then, you know, once they hand it over to the bullpens, you know, these bullpens are basically evenly matched. So, you know, I'm going to roll with the A's. I'm going to roll with the home team in this one.
All right, John rolling here with the home team. Yeah, Cole Irvin does pitch to a lot of contact, but he gets that benefit of pitching that big hitters park there in Oakland. And one thing to note here, none of these lineups really scare you much. Athletics 203 against right-handers, and Texas have a tough time hitting left-handed pitching.
Yeah, so it's like the Grand Canyon hitting out there, you know. So that's one of the benefits that you have when you're going to Oakland. You know, you got to hit it a long way in order to get it out the park. You know, so this is one of those things.
All right, so we got Jovan here on the Oakland Athletics plus 105 against Texas. This one to have a start time of 9:40 Eastern time over on MLB Extra Innings channel. All right, Jovan, let's go over at Pick Dogs. We put up some great numbers here in the NBA this year. 997 units of profit. That's all documented. Also showing profit on all sports here for this year. The last 7 days he's been on absolute fire, doing great work there. All right, we've got still 14 games on the board for Major League Baseball and NBA. What do you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, it's Friday, so you know what that means. Time to take flight in these books with my Take Flight Friday Eastern Conference Finals 3-pack. 3 plays within this one game that I like, decide the total, and you know a team total actually. You know, so jump up on that. You know, we also have a MLB 3-pack. You know, 2 MLB plays and sprinkled in with 1 NBA play. You know, also check out my 3-day, my 7-day, my 30-day, my yearly. You know, all match me with one of the other handicaps for the 2-for-1 capital promotional. It's all here, Sports Chat Place and Pick Dogs. Let's get it.
Let's get here with Jovan Birch over at Pick Dogs. Premium seed numbers in the NBA has been fantastic. Also showing profit for this year, 2022, all sports combined. A Take Flight Friday Eastern Conference Finals 3-pack. He's put his 3 best bets together in this Eastern Conference Final game tonight. He'll break the book. You've seen the numbers have been fantastic. You can also get on board here with Jovan's 3-pack from MLB. But again, Your best bet instead of buying these plays individually is going for the long-term passes. And right now on the weekends, a good time to get that 3-day pass. You get all of Jovan's plays for the weekend. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you're covered here for the NBA, NHL, and MLB, I should say. And, of course, that 3-day all sports pass is your best value there over at Pick Dogs. You can add a second capper with the 2-for-1 cap promotion, even greater value there. All right, Jovan, it's always great having your show. Continued success. We'll talk with you a little bit later here on the recap, but I know you contribute a lot to the channel here at Pick Dogs with your videos, your parlay videos, and you also contribute on the weekend shows.
Yeah, I'm putting them parlays together, like doing them. You know what I mean? In and out, short and to the point, just how I like it.
Exactly.
Some of them hit, so that's always a plus.
That's always a plus there. You get good content from Jovan over on the site. Check him out 10 a.m. Eastern time for the weekend shows. All right, Jovan, keep it up, and we'll talk with you again a little later on the recap.
See you then.
You got it, Jovan Burt's here on the Drive-Thru. Let's continue our coverage, guys. If you missed any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap at the end of the show, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Free picks every single day. It all gets started every day at 10 a.m. Eastern time with the morning show. You got Mitch, you got Zawacki. Now Chris Ruffalo moves to the mornings with their morning show. A lot of free picks there. A lot of industry talk. We talk about the line moves, the public fades. And of course, we've got the Goran Soccer Show preceding us here with the Drive-Thru. So make sure you like and subscribe. Let's continue on here with the show. And of course, those thumbs up, keep them coming. We greatly appreciate that as well. Helps us build up an audience. Next up is Brian Bitler. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs, where he's put up good work in the MLB this season. Let's bring him in right now. He'll have an MLB play for the show tonight. Let's bring in Brian Bitler right now. Here we go. We've got Brian ready to roll. Brian, what's happening?
Really a nice day today and a nice card. I mean, of action. You got baseball, you got hockey, you got NBA playoffs. Easily could have had a ton of plays, but I whittled it down a little bit.
Yeah, a lot of quality there. Unfortunately, now we're just down to single games from NBA and NHL. But there's still quality, but we got them on the same night here, so it's pretty cool. So we go here tonight, 9:40 Eastern time. Diamondbacks here to host the Dodgers. Dodgers $150, total of 10.
Really nothing new here, but we should see a ton of action here on the LA Dodgers run line tonight, especially after that beatdown that Arizona took yesterday. But I think this is a new day, and Arizona has a pitcher that's very used to facing off with the LA Dodgers and one Madison Bumgarner. He's 2-2, 2.76 ERA and a 1.11 WHIP. Ryan Peapot, who goes for the Dodgers, for me, he's either a mediocre in the minor leagues. He posted a 3.63 ERA career-wise. Arizona has been a pleasant surprise. I think they win this game, but you know me, I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to take the Arizona Diamondbacks plus 1.5. I think it's a one-run game either way. All
right, Brian says take the D-backs here on the run line, playing it safe. And of course, I was going to say, when the Dodgers win the games, 27 of the 30 wins have covered the run line. So I think it's spots where they've only had 3 one-run victories. Why not just say take the Arizona to win? The fact is, the Dodgers don't win games by 1 run at all. Hardly just 3 out of their 30 wins have been by 1.
Yeah, for me, I just like Bumgarner on the mound for Arizona. He just brings a ton of experience, and there's no love lost between Bumgarner and the Dodgers for sure.
Yeah, no, not whatsoever at all. Of course, the Dodgers, again, they lose games. They do lose games. They lost 14 games this season. And again, 3 of their 30 wins have come by 1 run. They've all been at home, but Brian still likes the run line here. Take the plus. He likes the plus 1.5 with the Diamondbacks. Minus 110 against the LA Dodgers. This one will have a start time here of 9:40 Eastern time over on MLB Extra Innings channel. All right, Brian, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium for tonight. Showing good profit here at MLB. 381 units of profit. Big card from MLB. Still 14 games on the board. We got 1 from NBA, 1 from NHL. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs?
I'll tell you what, winning days 3 of the last 4. Yesterday, a losing day for me, so we're going to try to get back on it. I got my Go Big 3-pack. It includes my 2 Major League Baseball best bets and the best bet in the NBA tonight. All 3 best bets for $40 at pickdogs.com. Premium picks. We're teaming up with one of the great handicappers. I know Ruffalo is he's up there at the top of the leaderboard. He's teaming up with him. Big Al, number 1 for the year. Any one of those handicappers would be a great 2-for-1 capper special.
That's right, guys. He's got Brian Bitler over at Pick Dogs Premium. You see numbers in baseball showing good profit. He's got his Friday Go Big 3-pack up there. His 3 best bets up there on the board tonight. he likes them. So it's time to get on board with affordable pricing, $40. You can buy a lot of these plays individually as well. He's got an NBA max wager up there individually, but you can get them together in a 3-pack. Or your best bet here is a long-term pass. Here we are on a weekend. The 3-day pass is a good way to go. Get all of Brian's premium plays for 3 days. He's in action here from NBA, NHL, MLB for this 3-day period. And of course, what you can do here is add a second capper with the 2-for-1 cap promotion, even greater value there. Then you can assess everything on Monday and go longer term with Brian. You can get up to a 30-day, a 1-month all sports pass, even a 1-year all access VIP pass as well. So you make the choice when you go over to Pick Dogs and get on board with one of Brian's long-term passes there. All right, Brian, as always, great having you show. Continued success. We'll talk with you again on Monday, but I know you contribute to the Pig Dog. We see your videos that you put up, your video series you have going, and you also contribute to the morning shows, and you'll be on this weekend.
Yeah, make sure you guys tune in this weekend. Should have fun with that Capper Roundtable, and also my Fast 5 selections every single day, and my Take It to the Bank free winner posted every day on the Pig Dogs YouTube channel. So make sure you guys check it out.
You got to call it the Sharp Table, the Capper Sharp Table.
So, well, we got Roman Ellie there. We got some sharps there, but
yeah,
it's gonna be fun. I like to square off with some of the guys.
That's right. Fun. It's always fun to check it out. All right, Brian, have a great weekend.
If I would have been on earlier, I don't mean to cut you off. I would have been on earlier. Me and Ninos would have went at it with the Blue Jays and Angels, but
that's right.
I'll bust the balls a little bit.
You'll bust them tomorrow on it. All right, sounds good. All right.
Yeah, I'll bust them tomorrow.
You got it. All right, have a good one, Brian.
Have a good weekend, Tone.
You got it. Brian Bitler here on the Drive-Thru. All right, let's continue our coverage, guys. So if you missed any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap at the end of the show. Jovan will help us out with it, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here with the Drive-Thru. Looks like we got hockey up next. Yes, we do. We've got a hockey pick coming from Rod Zawacki. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. He's been very good to us on the Drive-Thru here. Let's bring him in right now. Got him on road. Rod, what's happening?
Yeah, not too much. This rainy day here. We need a little bit of rain. Farmers will be happy. So not too bad here other than that. Doing good.
Yeah, doing great. No snow for a while.
Oilers on to the Western Conference.
Yep, on to the Western Conference there. We'll find out who they play. Who will they play? It's still a question mark. The Blues don't want to go away, but the odds...
Nope.
The odds
exactly. The Blues don't want to go away.
They don't want to go away, but here we go in this one. Here we got tonight at 8 Eastern time. We got the Avalanche here at the Blues. The Avalanche here favored $1.65, total 6.5.
Yeah, the last time we talked about this game. We took the over in that game and the over in the first period. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, as our buddy Tony Brown would say. And I think we'll just do it again. We'll take the over as well because we know what the Blues want to have a chance, just like I said last game, if they want a chance to beat the Avs, they need to score with the Avs. And with Husso in goal, his 5 starts in the playoffs so far, in 4 of those, he's given up 4 or more goals. And both teams 6-4 to the over their last 10. You look at the Avs, 4-0 to the over in the last 4 road games. They're also 8-1 to that over the last 9 on Friday. They're also 5-1 off of 1 day's rest to the over. Also, you look at the Blues, same thing. They're 8-3 off of 1 day's rest. Blues themselves 7-1 to the over. When their last game, their opponent gives up 5+ goals, so they got 5 the last time as well. So both these teams have been lighting the lamp. Defense has definitely been optional. The over, last 5 in St. Louis, all 5 to the over. 9-2 to the over the last 11 meetings between the Blues and the Avalanche. And the Blues with their, as we know, backs against the wall again. And if they want a chance to push to Game 7, which I'm quite sure that the Avalanche don't want to see Game 7. They're cursed in Game 7, losing the last 5 Game 7. So I think we're going to see some goals definitely easily get us over the 6.5. I think the over 6.5. Blues. Avs.
All right, we got the Avalanche and Blues here. Rod here is on Blues. Colorado Avalanche over total of 6.5 goals. Yeah, when these games were played in St. Louis, we saw Colorado score 6 and 5 goals, both going over. They got over in all 3. And one thing that really comes to mind here, Rod, is when you look at the power plays, there's a lot of 5-on-5 goals being scored here. They don't need power plays to get these totals going over.
No, not at all. If you've seen last game, you watched McKinnon go from end to end and put in arguably one of the best playoff goals we've seen in a long time. I'm going to say it's ranked in my top 5 playoff goals in all-time history. What a goalie end-to-end rush. We've 25 goals in the last 3 games between these two teams. Yeah, they don't need power plays to be light in the lamp. That's average at over 8 goals a game. We only need to get over. We only need 7. I'm in. Give me the over 6.5.
All right, over 6.5 here in this one. Over 6.5 Blues and Avalanche. This one will have a start time of 8 p.m. Eastern time over in TNT. The NBA is on ESPN tonight. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium for tonight. Got a lot of good action tonight. 14 games still on the board for Major League Baseball, the big NBA playoff, the big hockey playoff. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
There you go. We've been hot. We've been rolling along. We want long-term success. Well, we've been up over 300 units the last month. So we've been up the last month in baseball. We've been up units in hockey. So jump aboard. It's my Steak Friday. If you want just baseball, I got you just baseball. I got my MLB birdcage rolling, where you get my 3 best MLB plays on the card tonight. Love those plays there. Or if you want my Steak Friday pack, where you get the 3 MLB plays, plus my best bet in the NHL, and my best bet in tonight's NBA action. So jump aboard, grab my Steak Friday pack, or grab something long-term. Like I said, I'm up over 300 units this month. So that's what you want. It's all you can ask for, to be up units at the end of the month, and you just keep rolling on to next month. That's what we do here. Try to make money over the long term. So there's a 3-day, 7-day, 30-day All Sports Pass. You can jump aboard one of those. Or look at any of the other hop cappers. We got a 2-for-1 capper special where you can pair me up with any one of the other hot cappers over the last month or so. So jump aboard. Lots of many options to make some money. That's what we're doing here.
That's right. Make some money here with Zawacki over at Pick Dogs. From showing great profit here. 300 units of profit last 30 days. All documented on the site, so you can verify that by going to Rod's handicapper page and checking it out. He does have a 5-pack up there tonight. He put together his best bets from NBA and MLB into a 5-pack. He does have a birdcage up there, MLB winners. So your choice. You make the call there when you go over to Rod's handicapper page and make that purchase. Also, the long-term passes we talked about, a 3, 7, or 30-day pass. You want the weekend. You want to try them out for 3 days? Go for it. We got action here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Full cards here for Major League Baseball. Really not full. We got 14 games here. The Cubs are not in action tonight for some reason. But anyway, 14 games tonight, 15 on Saturday, 15 on Sunday. We got a lot of baseball coming up, mixing in some hockey. We'll see about a Game 7 in NBA. We don't know. We may have to see June 2nd when we start the finals. But anyway, a good time to get on board with Rod's 3-day All Sports Pass. There'll be a lot of action in there. We'll have a lot of hockey there. We have a hockey game again on Saturday, so good time to get on board with Rod Zawacki's 3-day All Sports Pass. And, of course, you can add a second capper with that 2-for-1 cap promotion, even greater value there. And, of course, at the end on Monday, you can reassess everything and take those winnings and make it a 3rd-day pass on Monday. All right, Rod, as always, great having your show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you again next week.
Hey, good luck to you as well this weekend. Good luck to everybody watching, and let's get ourselves another winner. All these picks we've been giving on this hockey on the drive-thru this week, all been winners. Been nothing but money. So jump aboard. I think we see lots of goals in St. Louis here.
Lots of goals. Hey, someone asked about over in first period. Maybe you could take that in the chat room. Someone was asking about that. Could you hit that the other night?
Yeah, we hit that the other night, and I think we do it again. I think
you go.
Get over 2. I think we can get to 3. I think we got 2-1 or something end of the first period. So I like the over in the first period. Definitely another solid bet again.
There you go. Are there any futures prices yet on Oilers Blues or Oilers Avs? Have you seen any of that yet? They usually throw those up.
I haven't seen too many on the Oilers, but the Oilers going into the playoffs are pretty good. I know I'm going to sprinkle on them. I got to sprinkle on the Avs. And, of course, Tampa Bay at the start of the playoffs were not the favorites. So
nope.
I had to have a sprinkle on them too, defending champs.
Here you go,
and the Blues. So
cool.
And I wouldn't mind seeing the Blues beat up the Avs a little more. Why wouldn't you? I want the Oilers to win. So the more they beat each other up, the better. Even overtime. Come on, we can get the overtime too.
That's right.
That might not be a bad bet either. I might put a sprinkle on that. Both this overtime like we'd seen in the last game.
And as we narrow down, as we're starting to go down to single games in both the NBA and NHL, I think we are going to see that now from here on out. Single games here. Almost time for Rod's WNBA, so keep an eye.
Yeah, right.
Keep an eye. The data's compiling up here, so keep an eye on that. All right, Rod, have a great weekend. We'll talk with you again next week.
Yeah, you too. Have a good weekend, everybody.
You got it. Rod Zawacki here on the Drive-Thru. We'll continue our coverage. Guys, if you missed any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap at the end of the show, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Keep those likes, those thumbs up coming. Probably the biggest sporting event this weekend. What do you think it is? Is it the NBA game? Is it the NHL game? Any horse? No, there's not really no horse racing kind of in between the Preakness and the Belmont right now. But the biggest sporting event in the world happens tomorrow, Saturday, in case you didn't know that. And we got our man Goran on it right now. So let's bring in Goran. Ricardo, if I'm over at Pick Dogs, we just fine work. And this is a well-anticipated match here coming up on Saturday. Goran, what's going on?
There it is, Tony. It's finally here. I'm excited for it, and I think it's going to be a fantastic game.
That's right. It looks like a really great game here in the Champions League's final here. We got the two best teams. It's going to be, everyone's excited about this here. Liverpool against Real Madrid. The odds here are to lift the trophy here. This is on CBS. Liverpool minus 170 to lift. Real Madrid plus 150 to lift. Total 2.5.
Yeah, you know what, Tony? The good news is that we are getting both teams on the plus money on the money line alone, so that's good. But honestly, I wasn't expecting for Liverpool to be such big favorites as they are at plus 100, because Real Madrid has fought and clawed their way through the knockouts to get to the finals. They were incredibly successful. They had to knock out PSG, Chelsea, and Manchester City. I would say that they had a bit of luck in all of those games. They lost the first leg in 2 of those 3 matchups, and they needed that second leg to get to the finals. I'm not sure they will be that lucky in this finals game, Tony. Liverpool has been outstanding. They were really close to winning the EPL title last weekend. And overall, in the Champions League, they have been outstanding, both offensively and defensively. And they are out for payback because they lost title in 2018 to Real Madrid in the Champions League, so they want it now, and I think they might actually get it. I personally am leaning towards Liverpool here, but I've decided to stick with goals because we have 2 high goal-scoring teams. We have Karim Benzema for Real Madrid, who's been outstanding, scoring a lot of goals this season, assisting, creating chances. He's been doing everything for that team. While on the other side, you have Mo Salah, who just won the top goal scorer of the EPL for, I don't know, the 3rd time in a row or something like that. And Sadio Mane has been in excellent form as well. Diogo Jota, and overall the entire Liverpool team has been outstanding, Tony. And like I said, I think this is going to be a fantastic match. In the last season's finals, we saw only 1 goal. I don't think that will be the case here. I think we'll see at least 3 goals here. And I don't think that either team can keep a clean sheet against each other. So, Tony, both teams to score at over 2.5 at minus 105. That's my pick here. Of course, there are different bets that I'm looking at, and I do like a bit more in this game. But this is gonna be my pick for this game.
All right, the pick for the game here on the drive-thru here. Goran's going to take Liverpool, Real Madrid over 2.5 goals, and both teams to score, both coming in. That return is minus 106, minus 105. Do your shopping here on this Liverpool Real Madrid game. Of course, there's a lot of ways to bet this game. As you know, Asian handicap. We've got player props, goal props. We'll be looking at that as well in your premiums.
Yeah, definitely, Tony. We have the player props. I was looking at that earlier, and every single goal scorer is for plus money. And Karim Benzema, who scored 40 goals in 40 games this season, is at plus 148. So that's, I think that's a steal. And Mohamed Salah as well, he's at plus money. I'm looking at that right now, and he's at plus 138. I think that both of these could easily get to the scoreboard. So if you combine them in a parlay, you're getting plus 500 or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. And I think the chances of that hitting are, I would say, pretty good.
All right. Of course, you can also bet on it on cards. A player will get carded. Are you looking for a very aggressive type game, very physical type of game? Do you look for goalies to delay the game, waste time? Is there any possibility you can make money on some cards?
Yeah, definitely. And I was looking at that too. Total cards over 4.5 cards in the game, which is a pretty low limit, I would say, because if either team gets ahead, the other team will have to chase, and that will kind of get them nervous, especially in the second half. And over 4.5 cards at plus 123, I think that's a fantastic bet as well. And over 2.5 cards for Real Madrid at plus 116, I don't think that's a bad bet as well.
All right, because other plays are looking at any first half strategies, first team to score. Any thoughts there?
I'm actually leaning more towards Liverpool scoring in both halves, Tony, just because I think they have been a bit more consistent as of late. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see over 1.5 goal in the first half here. Liverpool has been conceding first in their last 2 EPL games, if I'm not mistaken. They have become a little bit sloppy when it comes to defending. And against Real Madrid, I think that's something they will need to kind of keep I'll keep under control because Real Madrid has been scoring a lot of goals. They're really, really dangerous. But over 1.5 goals in the first half at plus 163, I think there's some money to be made there.
All right. Of course, both leagues have concluded. EPL concluded. La Liga concluded. Who had to do more heavy lifting in the month of May, and who had to really pretty much coast home? Of course, here. Is there any advantage here in that?
Yeah, I would say there is a bit of advantage because Real Madrid has played their last 2 La Liga games with pretty much the second lineup. They have secured the title like weeks ago, while Liverpool, they were still in it last weekend. They needed a win, but they needed Manchester City not to win in their game, which happened in the last 10 minutes of the game that Manchester City got a win. So in the end, Liverpool ended up in second place, but they are all healthy now. Neither team has injuries. Neither team has any suspensions. And Liverpool has done a pretty good job of kind of rotating their squad over the season because they have been playing many competitions. I think like 4 or 5 different competitions. So they really had to do their job at rotating the players and keeping them healthy and at the top of their shape.
All right, there you go from the biggest game on the weekend here. Liverpool, Real Madrid here in the Champions League final over. 2.5 goals, both teams to score at minus 106. This one will be over on CBS in U.S. markets. All right, Goran, let everybody know what you have going on over at Pick Dogs. Where you put up some fantastic numbers the last 30 days. 1,856 units of profit. That is all documented. You can verify that by going to Pick Dogs over to Goran's handicapper page. Check out his pick history. Okay. We've got the European League here with the big Champions League, but there are still some stuff in action here. I don't know how much you delve into South America. We know there's big tournaments there. Some local stuff here with MLS as well. Yeah, the Canadian teams are in action too as well. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, Tony, we do have a pretty big MLS slate for tomorrow, so I will definitely be looking into that. And apart from this Champions League game, there is a few more leagues in Europe, such as Norwegian league as well. We have a couple of games there, but I think I'll put up a 5-pack tomorrow just because we have such big MLS slate, and I'm pretty sure I can get at least 3 nice winners from that league alone. But like I said, I'm looking at the different venues for this Champions League matchup, and I have maybe 2 or 3 different picks for that one. We'll see how many I'll put in, but at least a double with this game, and there's going to be a single pick from the Champions League game as well.
That's right, guys. So check out Pick Dogs Premium here for Goran's plays up here. Of course, showing great profit the last 30 days. You can get on board with Goran's 7-day all sports pass or a 3-day pass up there aboard. If you're looking for his big Saturday card, he'll have that up there momentarily over at Pick Dogs. You get one of those long-term passes, 3 or 7 day. You can match him up with a second capper with the 2-for-1 capper promotion. If you pick up a 3-day and you want to get your European football picks and MLS picks here for 3 days, you can get on board with Goran and add up another capper here with the major sports. Put that together in a 3-pack because we got that again. It's a big game tomorrow between Real Madrid and Liverpool, so you want to get those plays here from Goran. He's been on fire here. All right, Goran, as always, great having your show. Continue that success, and I know you contribute a lot to the channel with your live show, with your videos, and your written content.
Yeah, the video is already ready to be uploaded to YouTube, Tony, so that will be up shortly. And we will do a live show tomorrow as well. Now, it's either going to be at 11:30 or 12:30, so it's going to be following the morning show because the guys are doing it a bit earlier tomorrow. So after the morning show, guys, we will do the soccer live show. We're going to try to do it as close to the game as possible when we have the freshest news and possibly even the lineups. But there isn't only the Champions League game to talk about. We have multiple other leagues in Europe and the MLS, as we mentioned, Tony. So we'll have a nice, at least half an hour or even 45-minute show.
Yeah, it's still
probably 11:30.
Yeah, you got Norway, Sweden, Finland. I mean, it's just too cold to play those leagues in the wintertime. So they got a lot of that's what you turn your attention to at this time of the year.
Yeah, exactly. I know that people are asking me why am I betting on the Icelandic league, and I'm looking at. I mean, come on. That league is raining goals consistently. Every team you pick, every game you pick, there are goals, just goals. So why wouldn't we make some money on that league as well, right?
Right. I mean, it's just like in American sport, right? You can find these under the radar teams. I kind of compare it to like college football. Some of these people want to bet only in the big conferences. Some of it's the small schools where you can really make money. And same thing, the smaller European club leagues. That's where you can get off. That's where there's not as much sharp action there. It's the lines are probably more are more in you know, what we call here just overall seasonal stats. You can probably find some edges there in their computer opening lines. You can find some edges there, and you take advantage of them. That's what you want to do as a handicapper. Is you want to play into your edge, and that's what you do. Speaking of your edge, Goran, I noticed the FIFA World Cup Match 1 odds are up there. I don't know if you noticed it. We saw some of the odds already up for I know your boys are going to be in action here. Croatia and Morocco, I think we saw -0.5 on one side here of Croatia.
I actually haven't looked at that yet. I'm surprised they put it all up because some teams are still not qualified. The qualifications basically are not yet done. But I'll have to take a look at that. And honestly, I'm actually quite excited about that. Croatia got a pretty good group, and they are in group with Canada. So people say you're going to be conflicted about that one. I said, no, I'm not conflicted about Canada and Croatia.
Here's a three-way line between USA and England as they play on November 25th in the World Cup. It's the three-way line. England here -164, US +430, and the draw +270 with a goal total 2.5.
Honestly, I know that people are going to get mad at me again, but I think that this USA team is one of the worst USA teams in the last 15 years that I've seen playing.
Inexperience, yeah, not a lot of experience there. Mexico was down to it.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why we probably saw them get in. Speaking of Mexico, they're going to face Argentina. We see the lines here. Argentina -139, Mexico +245, the draw at +380.
Yeah, and honestly, this was a great chance for Canada because neither Mexico or USA are at the top of their game, and they are both kind of rebuilding, both very talented teams, but still far away from being kind of in optimal form. Maybe they will accomplish that until the World Cup, but I'm honestly not giving them a lot of chances. Maybe past the group stage, but that's about it.
Yeah, so a World Cup odds now up now. So guys, very, very, very interesting there to check it out. So guys, a lot of soccer still to talk about as we're now moving forward here, getting into the summer months, and of course they'll get back on the pitch in Europe here with the major league sometime in August.
We actually have UEFA Nations League starting, Tony, next week. I think June 2nd, and we have some interesting matchups at the start of that league as well. So we are going with the national teams over the next few weeks, and after that they are finishing the World Cup qualifications, and then in July it's going to come really fast. We already starting with the Champions League and the Europa League qualifications of those lower league teams that are that kind of have to go through the 2 rounds of the qualifications if they want to play in the group stage. So
and
there's really no break.
No, and what's your strategy with friendlies? We're going to see a lot of friendlies now as we get close to the World Cup. Teams tuning up for the World Cup. What's your strategy there? I don't hear a whole lot of talk from the handicap community from friendlies.
Yeah,
it seems more of a fan interest, but not much betting.
I do try to avoid those as much as I can, Tony, but if I do bet on them, I try to wait for the lineups and see which players are out and kind of see what team is playing, what kind of soccer or whatever, who needs more, who qualified, who hasn't qualified, who's there just to be the opponents, right? So, like I said, I do try to avoid those, but if I see, I don't know, Malta playing against Cyprus, I'll take goals any day.
It's like anything else. You do your homework and you find out if an A team is playing a B team. Sometimes you have that situation. The team come off an embarrassing loss and they're friendly. Sometimes you got to restore your pride and restore your fan base because the fans get a little crazy too much when they see these results and they don't realize it's a friendly, guys. It's a friendly.
Yeah, nobody wants to lose a game, but some teams will kind of shuffle their lineup and put all the bench warmers in just to give them some playing time, and we'll see if those players maybe then step up and, I don't know, try to prove themselves. But it doesn't happen often that B teams of I don't know, France or England are kind of up to the task at the moment, especially in the friendly game. So
all right, there you go. Good segment here with Goran as we head into the biggest sporting event of the weekend, the Champions League. We got you the pick. We'll put it up there again. Liverpool, Real Madrid, over 2.5 goals. Both teams to score, -106 here from Goran. Goran, have yourself a great night. Great show tomorrow. Good luck with your bets in the Champions League and weekend. We'll talk with you again next week.
Thanks, Tony. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week. Goran Picard here on the Drive-Thru. Guys, check out Pig Dogs. He has a lot of video content. He works with Chris there on the videos, so keep an eye on there. Big weekend of soccer tomorrow with that Champions League final. Let's continue on here on the Drive-Thru. Now it's time for my pick. Let's go ahead and put my game information up for you here. And if you missed any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap here at the end of the show. And Jovan Burtz will help me out with this one. So let me go ahead and get the game information up. We're going to be looking at this St. Louis game again, this Cardinals and Brewers matchup. We got the Brewers of $1.40. The total sits at 7. Instead of, I'm not looking at the total here. I want that hook. I don't want 7. I remember we had the 7.5 and that hook came into play. But we're going to be on the dog here. We're going to take the Cardinals here at plus 120 here against the Milwaukee Brewers. And, you know, it's a tough venue to play. This is a nice rivalry there in the Midwest between the Cardinals and the Brewers. The Cardinals, they want to win this. The fan base is all juiced in here. And, you know, Woodruff gets the start here for the St. Louis, for the Milwaukee Brewers. Kind of off to a little bit of a rough start. He had a couple of good outings of late. 8 starts. He posted an ERA near 5, whip of 1.29. Actually, the strikeout rate of 28.7% is lower. He's usually in the 30s. He's walking 7%. But he is giving up 1.36 home runs per 9 innings. And you know the St. Louis Cardinals have some home run bats in that lineup, and they can hit the long ball. Dakota Hudson will get the start. 8 starts, an ERA of 3.60. He's pretty much a contact pitcher, but he pitches to a lot of ground balls, 56% ground balls. He limits his home runs. I just prefer the Brewers hitting lineup in this one, and both bullpens are performing well. And, of course, I'm going to factor in the home field here with St. Louis because the Cardinals they have a very good fan base in St. Louis, as you all know that. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Cardinals here at plus 120. Hey, guys, check out Pick Dogs. I have a 3-pack going on for tonight in Major League Baseball. If you haven't checked, I'm number 2 at Pick Dogs in Major League Baseball for this season. So I'm focused tonight here on Major League Baseball. So I put together a 3-pack and get on board with that. Also, part of the 2-for-1 capper promotion, so you can match me up with some of the other cappers up there. We talked about Goran. If you want to get some action here with European football for tomorrow, you can get on board with that. Add Goran with the 2-for-1 cap promotion. Zawacki, who's been hot as lately as well. Brian, Jovan, Ninos. So 2-for-1 cap promotion is your best value over at Pick Dogs. For you to check out my 3-pack for tonight, or go long term with me as well. You can access my page by clicking the link in the description and check out the premium pick cappers, all cappers, and get signed up. All right, let's continue on here with the drive-thru. Now it is time for the recap, and Jovan Burtz will help me out with this. Let's put it up right now. We start off with Ninos. He likes the Blue Jays minus 120 against the Angels. Jovan was on the Athletics plus 105 against the Rangers. Brian says D-backs, the run line, plus 1.5 runs, minus 110 against the LA Dodgers. Rod was on the Blues Avalanche over 6.5 goals. Goran was on Liverpool Real Madrid in the Champions League final over 2.5 goals. Both teams to score the return, minus 106. Yours truly had the Cardinals plus 120 against the Brewers. All right, Jovan, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Cardinals. You know, good, decent plus money for what it is. So I'll take that.
All right, he's going with the Cardinals there. And I'll look here with Ninos' play on the Blue Jays. I like Alek Manoah on the mound here. And the Angels are kind of lost 6 of 9. And the bullpen has been struggling. A lot of good hitting lineups here with the Blue Jays. All right, that'll do it here for this edition here of the Drive-Thru, guys. Be sure you tune in again on Monday live at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers from Pick Dogs to give out live free picks for the games in prime time. Don't forget, it all gets started in the morning this weekend. It's the morning show. You got Mitch. You got Chris Ruffalo on the show. You've got Brian Bitler, and of course a lot of the drive-thru cappers. You'll see Jovan on that show on the weekends. You'll see Romanelli, you'll see Ninos, and Big Al McMorty, and a lot of the cappers on there. So tune in 10 a.m. Eastern Time to the morning show. All right, that's going to do it here for us. We're going to wrap up this week. You guys have yourself a great week. Let's bring in our cappers here from tonight's show. We're going to wait. Good night to you guys. Have you guys a great evening. We'll talk to you guys again tomorrow on Monday live at